again, him and his foe DaHanG having won dual title through Quake Champions last year. k1llsen got in the first place in the Italian Open Invitational, and obviously, as I mentioned before, DreamHack Winter 2017, DaHanG took down a pretty big title in itself, and that's where they had a fascinating battle that went down to the wire. Are we expecting something like this again, maybe even with the bans and picks that we have here?
Yeah, of course, with Clutch and Nyx both taken out of there. We just heard, of course, from k1llsen that Nyx is his favorite. And it's at that point in interviews where you might need to start just, lying about who your favorite champion is. But, of course, it's easy to see in how k1llsen plays, especially on that Nyx. And going into Corrupted Keep for a first map is a good way to kind of kick things off with a bang.
I'm just interested to see what DaHanG is going to pick lineup-wise on Corrupted Keep. I know that Clutch is so important. That's why k1llsen was immediately like, no, I'm not going to let you have that, because we've seen how deadly DaHanG can be. But we've also seen him kind of experiment with the champion pool, and he's gotten so good with so many champions. I'm really looking forward to what he pulls out on Corrupted.
I think you hit the nail on the head regarding that Clutch, actually. That was one of the main factors in deciding who won that matchup in DreamHack Winter 2017, because k1llsen simply could not get past him. There was some kind of block that he had then to stop him getting into the next stage of the tournament. But we get Ruins there as well as the tiebreaker. Again, a lot of people know k1llsen for his rail, but he seems to regularly pick Corrupted Keep more than content using the other weapons.
I mean, you have to be. It is Quake.
This is true. Yeah. It's almost been like a meme with k1llsen in the past. It's like he will just spawn by rail, as if that's what he demanded the game to allow him to do, and he will only use rail. He should use rocket or LG in this situation, but no, he'll keep using the rail. But since those times, he's really developed a lot, and he is world class in combat skills. I think that's something that DaHanG is going to have to think about moving into fights, as I believe he's a far more sort of strategic, slow player, and definitely him and Rafa share some common functions there.
A little bit, yeah. So, of course, DaHanG, always fun to see what he pulls out of the hat. He's always looking for a way to surprise and antagonize his opponent. On Corrupted Keep, it's very difficult to keep anything up your sleeve, but with the BJ, k1llsen, and Ranger pick, it's going to be a little bit more vanilla for DaHanG, actually. We've got, of course, some of the newer champions coming out of k1llsen with that Death Knight, of course, but DaHanG's playing it really straight.
Yeah.
Quick predictions just as we jump right into the game, guys. Jahar, on the spot.
DaHanG.
DaHanG.
Right on. I'm going to go with k1llsen just to also add some mixture in here.
Well, you've doomed him, so great job.
Well, guys, I will not keep you any longer. Jahar, 40, take away the last quarterfinals between DaHanG and k1llsen.
I just have to stay with DaHanG. It's been too long.
He's rolling off the victory from QuakeCon. He feels good. He wants to be in semis with his teammate, but let's get into it right now. DaHanG will spawn in with that Mega and the LG, and here comes the fight over rockets. Immediately, the dual wheel comes out. k1llsen with the Dire Orb will not admit it. Oh, the rail, or the shotgun, fantastic from k1llsen taking out DaHanG here, as the Dire Orb didn't quite do the job, but the shotgun will.
We've seen so many fights in this map during the tournament that don't devolve into let's fight each other at rocket launcher right away in the first 10 seconds, but that's exactly what we got right here. And DaHanG's going to be losing out on his BJ immediately. And so with k1llsen defending this Mega, it's going to be an item trade, but again, just going in for that rocket launcher. I mean, maybe if you had brought in, Ranger, maybe, but BJ doesn't have that consistency right off the spawn. k1llsen pushing back out from the LG, looking to make some damage happen.
DaHanG trying to get an LG of his own. k1llsen doesn't want that to happen as he fires a rocket into the red room here, keeping DaHanG at bay. Up a champ early. DaHanG will get in on the LG finally, but at what cost here? Dire Orb comes out from both players, and the switch to rocket from k1llsen is fantastic, and will be rewarded with the Mega.
I think from that angle, DaHanG was looking for a way back out, but that orb made things very difficult indeed, as DaHanG is now down to his Galena, like you said. k1llsen already doing a little bit of damage on the exit from the Tribal, but DaHanG's shotgun has to be respected, and you have to be very careful, especially in Quake Champions, trying to go, okay, I've done this much damage to my opponent in the last fight. Maybe I can spawn Shoddy and take him down very quickly. Your window of opportunity there is actually very narrow, but just as narrow are DaHanG's chances of getting in on either of these items for free. We've got k1llsen waiting for that Mega getting the grab, and it's going to be taken away just about at the same time as that heavy from DaHanG.
DaHanG eating a lot of machine gun damage there. Those 15s add up very quickly here as k1llsen switches to the LG. DaHanG with the rockets raining them down. Doesn't hit anything that he needs, and k1llsen will take him out with a shotgun.
So a fairly standard opening round there on Corrupted Keep, where we saw early damage on the rocket launcher. Again, whenever you spawn in Quake Champions Duel, you know where your opponent has spawned, and generally you know who can get in on that rocket launcher first and get the grab, but sometimes it's worth it just to push in for the damage either way from the doorway. And again, we're going to see a similar spawn here from DaHanG, but he's going to get that rocket launcher first. k1llsen waiting for him this time instead on the LG.
We have a bit of a machine gun fight here. k1llsen putting out a lot of damage. DaHanG returning as well. The heavy machine gun, so deadly, but k1llsen is stuck here. DaHanG not letting him out for free here. 26 HP will escape to the 225s and the 50 armor. k1llsen gets a bit lucky with that one.
Yeah, he's going to be able to hold on to this heavy, kind of banking that DaHanG is going to go for the safe play of the Mega instead. And that's exactly how it plays out, but k1llsen still needs a little bit more to be able to bring to the fight up against DaHanG, who's already popped his dual wield. It's going to be baited out, allowing k1llsen to make it much more of an even fight, stacks notwithstanding.
And that shotgun blast from k1llsen as he drops down. DaHanG trying to chase with these rockets, trying to get any damage he can. The items will not be up for about 8 seconds here, and will DaHanG mosey on over to heavy? He will. k1llsen does have the upper advantage here. Rockets out as he comes through the portal, doesn't hit, but the Shove Slayer will, and k1llsen finds the right DaHangle on that and takes him down.
It's going to be k1llsen trying to push back in on this Mega, but fortunately DaHanG realized, hey, I'm at risk of losing out on both items here. I need to get in, need to get this Mega, but then finding a way back out from the LG is not going to be easy, especially with this HMG coming in from k1llsen. It's going to be good damage either way. There's the orb, a little bit faked out this time, and DaHanG takes the frag right on back. 61 HP, DaHanG's at danger of receiving exactly what he just dished out.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play by DaHanG there. Threw the orb out to cover that base and then chased him into the graveyard and put him in his own grave here as he gets the heavy. Mega is up, but a lot of LG as he exits that telly.
All right, so DaHanG still a little bit weak, and unfortunately for him, that frag didn't turn into full control of both of the items. It's going to go right back into just being traded with a bit of a split this time, but DaHanG just couldn't afford to cross the map. They've both got HMGs out here looking for just the pepper damage, trying to see who can actually push in on this next heavy, or at least try to prevent k1llsen from doing so. DaHanG's going to see k1llsen commit to the heavy, coming back over to the Mega itself, but with this delay, that could be dangerous.
I love the way that DaHanG is utilizing that HMG k1llsen as well. Just so much damage for free there if you have that out at the right time. DaHanG will get in on this Mega, needs some more rockets here and could get caught out. Does a good job of not going up that jump pad, but instead uses the opposite one to get Tri-Bolt and just kind of playing slow right now, trying to keep distance.
Yeah, he's got his Dire Orb, so he's got the potential there. Oh, but k1llsen not even looking at that HMG. That's a lot of free damage for DaHanG, and if k1llsen wants to come out through this door, he's going to get trapped. It's going to be a corner play Orb versus the Flame Strike, and k1llsen's able to take that frag back. That was maybe a risky play out of DaHanG, but of course if he had taken the frag, we would have called him a genius. But genius rockets coming out of k1llsen here. DaHanG just getting entirely shut down.
Those rockets absolutely insane. That play from DaHanG, I think the Dire Orb just he didn't let it rip enough, and the flames absolutely doused him there, and k1llsen with the follow-up rockets.
You have to think about angles
play
there, because k1llsen was able to knock himself back around the corner and then just avoid any follow-up damage that DaHanG might have had. So if DaHanG had allowed k1llsen to move outside a little bit more, that would have turned into a much harder fight to escape from k1llsen.
Let's see if he can escape from this fight. As k1llsen, again, his rocket's so on point right now. Just waiting around the corner. DaHanG temporarily stuck by LG here. Will make the jump across. k1llsen hears it, wants to get out some damage, but opts not to as the nails spamming through the doorway.
And k1llsen still being pretty quiet here, hearing DaHanG very noisily go get the pickup for the rockets. A little bit of spam damage off as we've got a few more seconds before the Mega, but k1llsen is going to be breaking back over towards heavy instead. And so far, even the item trade circumstances have been favoring k1llsen pretty effectively. DaHanG not really willing to risk. Geez, that was a poor choice of words on my part. A pickup of the Mega with any kind of delay, just because it's just not worth it.
Good rocket from DaHanG to keep k1llsen out here, but grabs a 25 right behind him, stacks right back up. Misses on a rocket of his own. Tri-Bolt out instead. DaHanG trying to push in with the LG, and that rocket's fantastic from k1llsen. He's been hitting some crazy ones right now. k1llsen trying to make his way onto the Mega. Very dangerous. DaHanG with a great rocket of his own now, pushing k1llsen in the corner, and this will allow DaHanG to have full control of the map. The Dire Orb comes in just as a warning flare.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been tempting to go in for that Dire Orb and secure them both, but now DaHanG's going to have some momentum here with both items. He's looking to tighten the noose up against k1llsen, who's doing some good damage with the shotgun, but DaHanG still plenty of stack at the end of that frag. We've got k1llsen back on the Death Knight now, right up the jump pad, pulling out the Flame Strike, but DaHanG's rockets locking him down.
What a great job.
He's got to be careful about the firewall. Yeah.
Great job to switch to rockets, bounces k1llsen up in the air and avoids the flame strike. So important, and his stack is still pretty decent. He can get it back in on this heavy.
Yeah, so k1llsen going all in with the dual LGs, trying to prevent this full rotation of the items, and that plan is going to work out just barely. He's going to need all these 25s just to stay alive as DaHanG comes back in with the Ranger. Even machine gun would be dangerous, taking away just about every 25 on this side of the map. Next Mega is going to be, well contended.
That was actually crazy by DaHanG because he kind of stood where you would get telefragged, and he kind of tempted fate. k1llsen did a good job of chasing and getting that frag.
I was a little bit nervous there for a moment, I will admit. You've got k1llsen just looking for the TP exit. Not really much to back off to, but we've still got DaHanG controlling both items. As we've seen, that isn't always enough to give you the frag, but here on Corrupted Keep, it's more about just maintaining that momentum. k1llsen stopped dead in his tracks, actually, behind the statue, looking for a way back out, breaking in here with LG. DaHanG is trying to push back in on this Mega. k1llsen baiting it just a little bit, wondering if he's going to be dropping down. There's the pickup, and he actually doesn't really take much damage there, so good win there for k1llsen. Even with DaHanG getting away with his armor, it's a much better situation for him now.
Yeah, I like that play from k1llsen, just kind of waiting, seeing how much DaHanG would commit to it. DaHanG snuffs it out and says, all right, this is clearly a trap, and just doubles back for the heavy.
And of course, a bit of a moment of silence as we've got DaHanG just hanging out at the corridor. It's going a little bit quiet. k1llsen more than happy to just say, hey, all right, cool, I'll keep my back to Mega. You can keep your back to Heavy. But with this timing split, k1llsen can still be dangerous here.
Yeah, it's important to keep an eye on the clock as well as it ticks away. DaHanG does has the champion advantage here and a Dire Orb. Very, very dangerous if k1llsen gets caught out here, and they might meet around the elbow. Great preemptive rocket from k1llsen there as DaHanG just kind of eats that one, and now he's stuck in a terrible position. It's
so hard to make free damage happen against that corridor, and the fact that k1llsen got that is a huge precedent to set, especially with the Mega coming back up. And if k1llsen didn't really want to push in on this Heavy after the last Mega, this could be a justified one. Oh, but he ends up eating a rocket himself. That might well be enough to change his mind. Here comes a little bit of delay on the Mega. k1llsen dropping back in towards it, and he's looking like he's not concerned about DaHanG pushing in on the Mega here.
k1llsen with that great HMG fire here as the rocket zooms by his face. The splash doesn't do any damage here, and k1llsen will get a little bit of splash of his own as he's waiting way too early for this Heavy here.
When does he think this is happening?
He realizes something's wrong, but he's still hanging around. He's like, wait, where is it?
Up until the last Mega, they were just about in sync, so this entire time, k1llsen must have thought that the rotation was a little bit more offset than it actually is. But there's the pickup, and here comes the attempted RJ attempted walk back. Just get the Mega, k1llsen. Just get it. Pick it up. There it is.
And
well done.
30 seconds left. He is stacked back up, but DaHanG playing very slow, has Dire Orb, might get caught out here. DaHanG barely escapes. That could have been a terrible situation. k1llsen trying to find him out. 20 seconds now. Dire Orb comes out preemptively here. And the dual wield, will it be enough? The rocket's raining down on DaHanG, and he's stuck in the corner. And great job by k1llsen. And we're down to a 1v1 here with 13 seconds. And the spawn is not in favor of DaHanG as he eats rockets. The totem comes down. The shotgun comes out. Is it enough? 55 HP.
I mean, DaHanG up against the wall.
And
what?
The totem.
Wait.
And I think the webcam says it all. He is at the power of Christ compelled him right there. He is furious.
I thought you had deleted that totem. I think he thought so too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at that! Look at that! He's like, oh my God, the totem's still there, but he has to shake it off as we go into the 4th round here.
I certainly hope he can. So DaHanG here is going to be spawning Heavy. We got k1llsen rushing back in towards from Mega, and you can see immediately how much, he's kind of taken that last frag to heart. He is looking aggressive.
Yeah, he's out for blood here, furious with how that round played out. But he needs to try and keep his wits about him and play smart here and not rush into unnecessary damage. As the LG comes out, it's great. DaHanG trying to spam some nails. Dire Orb comes out, the dual wheel comes out, 14 HP here. Whoa. And the rocket will take out DaHanG. k1llsen gets the best of him. He will have some 25s at his disposal.
Yeah, somehow DaHanG thought he could just walk over to that 25 without exposing the angle. And actually, he's still a dual out. He could have done the damage, but k1llsen's rocket just getting that first and last word.
k1llsen really close to catching DaHanG out again here, as now he's trapped behind LG. The LG almost pushes him off. Here comes the orb and the switch to rocket, and k1llsen getting that frag as well. 39 HP. Very close fight over in the boneyard. Amazing rocket to start off again. As DaHanG just eating a lot of damage off spawn, but says, hey, here's nails, k1llsen, eat these. And Trent Reznor is absolutely furious with that illegal use of 9-inch nails by DaHanG.
Well, still k1llsen's going to have all the stack in the world, as DaHanG is still going to be looking to bring up that next frag to tie things up. It's going to be some good nail gun damage so far, as k1llsen playing out the corner, realizing that DaHanG still doesn't have a rocket launcher and wants to lay that bait.
Playing really slow here. Mega's going to be up in 5. He gets caught out in the flame strike right on point. Does have a totem. Needs to throw that down to heal back up, but the tick will keep doing damage and give away his position here, as k1llsen keeping an eye on him. Will steal the Mega and the totem, though.
Yeah, great damage out of DaHanG, and again, the totem has the potential to tilt k1llsen, as we've got the 225s taken, and he's also taking a lot of LG. DaHanG barely alive, but he's certainly put k1llsen back in the corner, as we've got DaHanG looking for priority on, well, actually, it's going to be a long time before either of these items come out, so it would do DaHanG a lot of good to keep this pressure on while k1llsen is weak.
And totems the telly again, and he's on the chase, as k1llsen trying to get away. And he will actually get in on the Mega here, as DaHanG, overly aggressive, loses position on it. Takes a lot of rocket damage, actually, from the spams. Will get the heavy, but again, the dunk from the totem just haunting k1llsen here, and he's got to be frustrated. Flame Strike comes out from across the map, and DaHanG is totally okay with that as he waits by Tri-Bolt, trying to slow the game down a bit.
Well, even though k1llsen hurt himself today on those totems, DaHanG is still one frag away from losing this entire thing.
DaHanG trying to make something happen here. Down to the Galena. As he forces out k1llsen, which is good. Mega goes to DaHanG. He's going to go up the bounce pad. They will trade the items, and 2 minutes left. DaHanG trying to make something happen here. Great machine gun damage here.
Machine gun.
k1llsen licking his wounds now. Does have Flame Strike back up and 225s to work with in this red room here.
Good read out of DaHanG, but it's a read that doesn't really allow him a great angle to lay down the fire, as the fire is coming from k1llsen himself. We've got DaHanG trying to push back in, but not getting the initial damage off, just kind of scraping by with these fights. It's going to be a fight over the Mega. He's got that early Mega, or rocket rather, to open things up, but the Heavy's still going to get stolen away.
He's just doing a good job. Yeah, DaHanG doing a good job, though, putting out the damage, and k1llsen's still really weak, even though DaHanG missed out on that Heavy. Does grab the 50, has totem up, and he can have overstack in just a second, but he's going to wait and try and use this for the fight here, trying to catch him out with LG. The tickle not strong enough. k1llsen just trying to stay alive.
We've got just over 1 minute for DaHanG to make something amazing happen. He's going to be walking right into the flames, but it's not going to be enough to save k1llsen, as he's going to be knocked down to his BJ. DaHanG is going to need that totem, going to need that heavy armor to stay alive for this next fight.
The dual wield comes out immediately from k1llsen as he spawns in on that BJ, grabs the LG, but the rockets will pin him up against the wall. And DaHanG does a great job of taking that round 2-2. We're going into a round 5. It seems to be happening a lot.
Yeah, DaHanG not looking quite as fragile and frail as he was in those early rounds. So we're going to be going into a tiebreaker on Corrupted Keep, and it's, yeah, he's even looking a little bit surprised.
And there's another emote for the Spud Hunter.
Free emotes all weekend. We've got Mega taken by k1llsen. DaHanG actually checking Mega before even going over towards Heavy. These spawns can be a little bit ambiguous sometimes, especially if you don't hear the item get picked up. But that being said, k1llsen is in a bad spot.
Yeah, this could be his downward spiral here, as DaHanG does take a lot of damage. Needs to exit. The LG chase is fantastic. The rocket not quite good enough, and k1llsen might close this in as the gauntlet damage comes out as a last hurrah from DaHanG.
Yeah, he really did get caught on that TP exit. That TP exit has been just cursed all day, as we've got k1llsen just doing some fadeaway damage with rockets and nails before heading back over towards Heavy. And coming back out into mid, DaHanG is only now going to be getting his own rocket launcher. Fortunately, he's got LT. It's going to be nasty damage either way. k1llsen still popping his head over the top as he's only at 7 HP before recovering.
Does grab 325s, luckily, but still very, very low here. Mega will not be up for another 8 seconds. Could get caught out in Red Room here as the rocket preempted from DaHanG. Fantastic, but the LG tick will follow up as well.
So k1llsen, 67 health, still having to grab all the poverty items he can. Showing up to this Heavy's very dangerous, leaving that Dire Orb as an avenue of escape. But another totem, he's got to be feeling terrible about this at this point, as he's looking for some recovery, but the rockets from DaHanG just keep on raining in.
DaHanG trying to close out this kill here, but k1llsen doing a good job staying, keeping the upper advantage here, and getting these 50 armors and working with whatever he can. So he makes his way over to the Mega here. The rocket will miss. Mega looks like it'll go towards DaHanG.
And at this point, just breaking down, you know, just item pickups. I mean, k1llsen has been a little bit lower in terms of Megas with 14 to 17, exactly even on the Heavies, which I wasn't expecting after that first round. It was really looking heavy in k1llsen's side, but DaHanG is coming back swinging.
Marble down from k1llsen now as he spams a little bit. Won't get any information off of that. Waiting. Red room trying to double back. He will lose out on this Mega though. Does not have a position on it. Will drop lower. DaHanG just waiting, begging him to go in for it. And he's actually going to take the top path over k1llsen and catch him out here. k1llsen using the orb to get into that heavy room, grab that armor, catches out DaHanG, but the LG is fantastic. Is it enough? k1llsen doing a good job with the rocket splash and the LG to try and keep DaHanG out. Nails
Full credit to both of these players here. I mean, DaHanG delayed the Mega, went for the attack on the Heavy. As soon as k1llsen realized that, he thought, okay, time to get Heavy and then race you back to Mega. And he did so much damage with the rockets through the TP that DaHanG really didn't get much out of that entire play. So as it stands, they're both going to be a little bit weak. A lot of spam coming into mid.
k1llsen will get in on this Mega. The position is there, but the Dire Orb will miss out. Now it's an LG fight, and DaHanG doing a lot of damage. Shotgun comes out from k1llsen to try and end at 63 HP as he jumps over. Luckily missing the totem this time, but the LG is so good as DaHanG goes up the jump pad. 8 HP from k1llsen, barely surviving that altercation.
k1llsen showing that in the game of getting mad or getting even, sometimes he can do both, but he's still so weak here, just defending against DaHanG as he tries to push in and convert on that damage that he had previously made. Oh my god, but the predicted nail gun pins him to the floor, taking the first map.
The whole first map on those nails, unbelievable, as he catches DaHanG double backing through that hallway, and that was just a crazy slugfest of a map.
Yeah, things got really nasty towards the last round there, where both players were just doing consistent damage either way, not quite securing the frags, but yeah, you can see k1llsen a little bit relieved there.
Yeah, I still can't believe that totem play. We might have to play that on loop over and over again.
Again, I wish the scoreboard showed us like totem donks, because you just hear them again and again and again, and it's not just the actual damage, it's the psychological damage as well. Like, I can't go through these teleporters, I can't come around these corners, I can't drop onto Heavy or Mega without just eating some damage.
Yeah, it might affect him in real life. He might not be able to open doors anymore. He might just be paranoid. Like the poor guy, just face-checking totems left and right. But at the end of the day, he takes the map, so it doesn't even matter.
All right, well, it's going to be map 2, and DaHanG, again, nearly brought it back together, just like Toxic did in you know, that entire series against Cooler. Hopefully, that wasn't an omen of things to come.
Yeah, I mean, you could fall back on k1llsen's. That was k1llsen's map pick, so you can go into this saying, all right, whatever, I was close. I almost took his map pick. Let's go to my map pick now, and let's see what DaHanG could do to try and pull this to 1-1 and force the third map of Ruins.
You might not know this, 40, but at this level, losing any map is not all that great.
Yeah, you don't want to lose, I think I've been told. I'm getting that feed in my ear right now. But let's get into the champ picks here. What do you think is going to pretty standard picks from these players as we see the Visor early from DaHanG?
Yeah, of course. I mean, just throwing out an early Visor means that, yeah, you've kind of got to mirror that. Ranger, you do need somebody who can give you that mobility for the items. And Galena could be a pick, but we've also got Doomslayer coming out from DaHanG, so a double mobility champion pick here, giving him a lot of ability to get on the rail early, get in on the rocket launcher early while still maintaining item control.
And the BJ from k1llsen, so he opts not to go for the super mobile champion to mirror that of DaHanG's. But Blood Covenant, anything could happen, as a Death would say.
Anything.
I'm very excited to see how this goes.
Yeah, a little bit concerned about DaHanG's performance at the early part of Corrupted Keep. Towards the end, even though k1llsen took the map, DaHanG was definitely looking much more consistent. Yeah,
a little shaky, Let's see if he can shake it all off here, as T-Swift would say, as we go into map number 2 in the series. DaHanG versus k1llsen, last quarterfinals. Winner advances to the semis and doubles their money.
Gives me shivers just hearing that, but as we get into it, again, they're both looking fairly confident. Of course, DaHanG, he's just got the blood of a reptile running through his veins. And Blood Covenant, again, a classic map, newly updated and refreshed for Quake Champions. I gotta say, it's actually my favorite version of the campgrounds overall.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I haven't really enjoyed the older ones, but this is my favorite. Okay, I'm a big fan, so we'll see if
is it a favorite of yours in Quake Champions in general?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see if DaHanG can reboot kind of and take this map. I think he probably just chalked it up to, I'll allow it on that first one and just let k1llsen have it.
That is a rough one. And of course, if DaHanG can indeed take Blood Covenant, Ruins of Sarnath would be a crazy map to go into. Again, we've got Rails finally coming into the play between k1llsen and DaHanG. And Zoot mentioned it earlier, even though Railson obviously loves his railgun, he also loves a little bit of Corrupted Keep. But now we've got the potential for all kinds of rail traps, all kinds of orb traps. I don't want to call it, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with DaHanG, okay? Just because he dropped it was a little sketchy, but I think he could pull this together, take it to ruins.
I think the biggest thing that I noticed there was that one k1llsen had eaten that totem, and he got mad. It didn't just make him tilt, it made him get stronger and a little bit more tight on his rocket and nail placement.
Yeah, it wasn't even his final form. He kind of face-checked the totem and was like, okay, now we're going to play. That's it.
And that's adrenaline kind of lasted him throughout the entire map. But again, adrenaline is a fickle thing. Let's see if it can last him into Blood Covenant as well.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see them square off on Blood Covenant. The visor play is going to be huge. Like you said, the rail is going to be huge. DaHanG's rail isn't bad.
No,
I've seen him hit quite the railgun shot here and there, and we'll see what DaHanG we get going into the second map.
Yeah, it's funny because DaHanG is not somebody I would call as consistent as some other players. I mean, just like Toxic. I mean, we either see God Toxic or, unfortunately, the Toxic that we saw on Ruins of Sarnath. And DaHanG can kind of fit into that role a little bit as well. k1llsen, again, he just keeps improving.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. I don't think DaHanG's going to try and take rail battles. He plays very smart. He's only going to take the rails that, you know, if he misses, it's not going to absolutely cripple him. And he kind of, it's one-way damage. Like, if he misses, no big deal. If he hits, great. But we'll see how much k1llsen and DaHanG utilize the rail. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, of course, with DaHanG having such a pedigree on maps like Blood Run historically through Quake Live and even before, he's always been a player who can create a situation where he gets that first 10, locks you down, pops you up in the air with a rocket, and destroys you. And so it's a little bit less about the attrition damage with LG and rails across the map and getting those close quarter plays. All right, so we're going to be just recreating the server here real quick, so we get a bit of a rundown on the champ picks again, but we are indeed heading back into Blood Covenant.
And this is so scary right now. I mean, obviously DaHanG's not thinking this way, but, you know, you're one map away from being knocked out. I think
tell him, Forty. Tell him how much he has on the line.
Not to remind you or scare you. He can't hear me anyway, but it's terrifying. Don't lose this. But no, we'll see. Both players, it was a very close game, so we'll see how close Blood Covenant can be. Map number 2 in the series for the last quarterfinal match here. k1llsen versus DaHanG.
All right. We have the GLs and the HFs, so best of luck to both of them. But obviously, I want to see a third map, so rah DaHanG. The k1llsen, though, spawning at the top of the bridge, immediately orbing back out for the pickup of rail, and that'll give him a heavy armor as well. Over on the other side of the map, we've got DaHanG, a little bit more of a standard play on the LG, Mega, and HMG, and it's going to be his first rocket launcher a few seconds after k1llsen.
Pops that vision, has the information now, gets a rail of his own.
Yeah, what can very quickly happen here on Blood Covenant is a trap on the rail. Neither player really went for that, so they're both going to have the ability to just have neutral rails across the bridge. So it's going to be a Darwin just getting up close and personal. I said close quarters fight. I wasn't expecting it to happen like that.
k1llsen was like, here I am. Entertain me. And DaHanG does with some rockets and gets a quick early frag there.
It certainly rocked him like a hurricane, so we've got DaHanG just keeping control of the top of the map, knowing that Heavy's going to be back up, but wants to get a little bit of a bead on where k1llsen is heading before committing to the item pickup. But that also allows him the ability to just create that item timing standoff. So that with all that initial LG coming out of DaHanG, k1llsen has got to go recover.
Yeah, great awareness there, knowing that he wanted the rockets having the LG out, doing a lot of damage, but k1llsen returning that LG damage and pushing DaHanG down onto the lower area here through the shotgun. DaHanG won't be able to get back up on this Mega. Needs to stack back off 25s. Needs to be careful, though. k1llsen is around the corner.
Yeah, he's been controlling, but still a little bit passive since that initial frag. And of course, with the damage that k1llsen has done in retaliation, almost forces the item trade situation here. But with that item timing difference, that might not last very long. It's really going to come down to these next rails in mid-map.
Yeah, and early on, DaHanG missing some of these easy rails here. That could be a sign of things to come, as his vision will come back up. Mega is back up, pops it for the information. It could get an easy,
oh my God.
There it is, LG to rail combo, eats a little bit of tribal damage. Is going to leave the Mega up here and might chase this, as Heavy is also coming up shortly. k1llsen knows something's up, doubles back, grabs the Mega.
Yeah, that was actually a really good read from k1llsen, even without the piercing sight, just realizing, okay, my opponent is going to want to get up close and personal. I need to not let that happen and go get myself a Mega, but k1llsen dropping down and out with the LG from DaHanG, just able to tighten that noose and secure the frag, even though k1llsen, honestly, he made the right call.
Yeah, DaHanG a little fearless there, knew that he had the stack advantage and just melts him at the bottom of pillars. And DaHanG trying to make his way back over to the heavy now. k1llsen just trying to grab items here. He only has Nailgun playing really slow. Will get in on this heavy, it looks like, as DaHanG opts to go for the Mega.
Yeah, so after a frag like that, the fact that DaHanG almost allowed the items to get back in sync and allow k1llsen to get a pickup of the heavy himself, that is going to slow things down here just a little bit at the moment. But with top control, DaHanG, as soon as he realizes that k1llsen is down at the armor, that's going to be lights out. But DaHanG just doesn't get the read.
We'll have vision again here. Very important to keep that off cooldown as much as possible. Spamming a little bit of rockets, look at the information. And the rail, eating nails though. Needs to be careful. Falls down for the heavy. Mega is up again. He'll restock on the rail. k1llsen just playing very, very slow here as he goes through the teleportal.
And of course, we've got the timer to now worry about. I mean, DaHanG 2 frags up, even with the items being traded like this, that doesn't necessarily allow k1llsen to get in close and make a fight happen. So even though a little bit of like chip damage happening here from DaHanG could be enough to keep k1llsen more focused on his own stack than finding a trap against DaHanG, but he manages to get in to LG range at the very least.
Again, doing a good job of playing keep away. DaHanG doesn't really have to commit to anything, but decides to rocket jump just to let him know I'm there. But it looks like they will trade items again.
And you know that k1llsen is sharply aware of any mistakes that DaHanG makes. Even with movement, even with a little rocket jump like that, k1llsen is going to be able to respond immediately. And indeed, DaHanG is a little bit trapped here on the entrance to pillars, and even go to pillars won't help, but he pops him right over his head, and that's going to be a free escape for DaHanG.
Yeah, DaHanG doing a good job of staying calm, not trying to drop down or get crazy, but k1llsen getting crazy with the rocket jump up, and he gets to eat one for his troubles here as DaHanG escapes towards that lower armor, and time is ticking. k1llsen knows it. He's got to get these frags.
And you can almost hear his sigh coming from k1llsen, where he knew that he had DaHanG relatively low, but as he had indeed taken that rocket to the face, he's got to just, all right, fine. You go get Mega, I'm going to go get Heavy. I'll catch you in 5. But catch him, indeed he will, as he's looking to stay up top and just make this an LG game, but the LG from DaHanG just a little bit stronger.
Yeah, great play from DaHanG there, playing very defensive, knows he has the advantage. k1llsen has to come to him. And is this DaHanG showing k1llsen a little bit of his own medicine, maybe?
There was a lot going on in that round, actually. We saw a lot of aggression from k1llsen that DaHanG just had good defensive shots to respond with. DaHanG was, for at least a little while, trying to control the full circulation of the items until he got those 2 frags up. And then, if we have to trade and I could just strong-arm you for the rest of the match, no problem. But these nails to open things up.
So much damage. k1llsen needs to be very careful here as DaHanG can... Oh, the rockets are fantastic. And he can just finish this with machine gun. It pops the vision. And the hunt is on from DaHanG.
k1llsen getting dropped right down in the blood pool, making it a little bit deeper, a little bit stickier. And you have to be careful when you're spawning on the pillar side of the map. I mean, there are so many spawns that also allow your opponent to just put some immediate pressure on you.
k1llsen wants a rail real bad here as he grabs that DaHanG, taking that lower path to LG. Here's the jump pad and is waiting quietly here. We'll have vision shortly for information.
Gonna have to find out exactly how quiet it was, but quite enough that k1llsen just ends up eating that rail. And DaHanG doesn't even freak out. He just maintains that position, looking for the exit from top pillars. 5 seconds to either item just about. And DaHanG, he's actually got enough damage off on k1llsen that he could justify trying to put some pressure on one. But a trade is a fair game here.
Trying to gather as many of the time shards as he can to keep that vision up. k1llsen waiting on that upper 50 armor. Here's right around the corner, and the rocket's fantastic. The follow-up is also good. Doesn't find the rail shot though, but DaHanG needs to back away.
So 2 great rockets from k1llsen, and DaHanG had one of his own in response, and that was enough to keep k1llsen a little bit distant here, but he's going to be able to get in close. DaHanG looking for the rail before he goes to the TP. It's still going to be a bit of a chase, and honestly, if k1llsen chases here, it could be trouble.
And the rocket jump up again from k1llsen. DaHanG just flying by, doesn't even pay any mind to it.
He just had no idea which direction he was coming from. He heard the rocket jump, like you said, but didn't really know where it was or why it was.
Yeah, k1llsen getting a free rail for it, but DaHanG pops the vision and can catch him out over by the rockets here. The follow-up rocket not good. The first one popping him up just barely. DaHanG still coming out on top. Does have the champion advantage as we're 2 minutes into the round.
I think we're seeing a lot of these plays just because time and time again, you get a frag, you get that first frag, and you go, okay, cool, I can go to Mega, I can go to Heavy, but then somebody spawns with the BJ, or in this case, maybe even a Doom guy or a Ranger, and just utterly decimates you. So after you make a frag, you have to be very cautious about how aggressive you get on the major items.
DaHanG looking the wrong way here. Might pay for it with the LG as k1llsen pushes in aggressively. The swap to rail will not pay off for DaHanG, but it will for k1llsen as he gets that frag and ties it up.
That has to be cathartic, especially after catching DaHanG off the spawn with another rail. DaHang's still going to be able to Dire Orb back up top in preparation for that Mega. It's still going to be a little bit of time before it comes back up, and indeed that's going to be something that k1llsen takes full advantage of.
Oh, great rail from k1llsen. They're just catching out DaHanG by those rockets, and he has the Mega, so full map control. And another rail as DaHanG is in the wrong place. The rocket jump is fantastic, but could have gone for the chase there. Maybe not so fantastic.
Yeah, k1llsen's got to be feeling like he has a lot of agency right now, especially dropping in on DaHanG with the Dire Orb, nailing him to the wall with the rockets, and taking a very clean second round.
Yeah, great job of, from k1llsen to tie that up 1-1. Just a dominant performance in that round.
Yeah, it was a little bit tougher for DaHanG to slow things down, and whenever k1llsen had the opportunity to make it a faster fight and secure something, you can read it there on DaHanG's face. DaHanG's got to know just how expressive he is these days.
Oh yeah, he just wants to be emotes. That's what he wants. He knows it.
Want to live that GIF life. All right, that's what moms choose. But k1llsen going to be getting the early grab for the rail. And as we've seen so far, currently sitting at 57%, that alone makes him dangerous. DaHanG isn't looking scared at all, though. Ducking back over towards pillars. k1llsen could be able to pick up a rocket launcher. No LG to form just yet, but at this distance, it's going to be all he needs.
The rails from k1llsen are pretty good here as he's shooting 50%. DaHanG not so much with the 26, and that's costing him here. The tri-bolt, though, is fantastic, and k1llsen with another rail again as DaHanG drops onto the heavy.
Yeah, he even got a little bit of damage off with the tri, but now DaHanG is going to be reeling from that fight. Mega's going to be back up. k1llsen with priority on it, but the tri-bolt from below has to be respected. k1llsen's still going to get a clean pickup, and now DaHanG doesn't really have anywhere to go. Even the 25s in this map are so dangerous.
Yeah, DaHanG being forced to use that lower level here as k1llsen now pops the vision. And gets a free rail as DaHanG goes up the jump head, and the follow-up is good, but he's out of rail, so he's going to have to switch to another gun, and the machine gun will do it. Takes DaHanG out.
Really good switch over to the heavy machine gun there, but we saw several times where k1llsen had flicked away after the rail as if he wasn't going to hit, but he goes, hey, oh, actually that hit, and he's still there? Well, let's do it again.
It's fun.
Yeah, it works. But off the spawn, DaHanG coming back in with LG. It could be an air rocket, but no, it's going to be k1llsen having to defend against this LG, but still getting the rail off on DaHanG.
Pops that vision, just fearless there with low HP, hits the rail that he needs and deletes DaHanG out of the air, and DaHanG just like that down to his Doomslayer. 2 minutes into the round, needs to make some magic happen to try and tie this up.
And saving Doomslayer for a third champion is not something we see very often, but he's got a good defensive ability, a great passive ability for getting weapons, and if you're going to spawn on bridge, you do need that railgun as early as possible.
k1llsen will have vision here shortly, could catch him out at this 25.
Nice.
Wow. Just toying with him, be like, yeah, that's still up. Go ahead, grab it.
And that's dangerous because as soon as DaHanG wants to leave, then he's going to be still open to a rail. Fortunately for him, k1llsen didn't quite make that connection. But we've got the Mega coming back up. Oh, and DaHanG almost gets caught in LG. Barely makes the escape.
Very fortunate there. Pops Berserk to get away. Just a brisk jog for him as he stacks back up to 100 and trying to grab some 50s. k1llsen grabbing Mega and has the vision now, looking for this rail. Oof. Good job from DaHanG to return that damage. k1llsen missing out on his. Trying to chase though. DaHanG not looking. The LG comes out. The switch to rail, no good. And DaHanG will get in on the heavy, trying to turn this around.
Yeah, the aggression from k1llsen is certainly risky in Quake Champions because, yeah, you can have that frag turnaround at the drop of a hat, but k1llsen knowing he just needs one more frag to take the round, yeah, he thinks it's worth the risk.
Good rail from DaHanG there as k1llsen goes up the jump pad. And the LG fantastic as he drops down and finishes it off near the banana. And DaHanG immediately rocket jumps up to Mega to secure that armor shortly after and could catch him out here at rockets. Misses with the initial rail but has the double jump to try and clear the gap. k1llsen missing that rocket, that could have been huge. DaHanG will get in on the heavy with not a lot of damage coming out of k1llsen.
Using a rocket jump to take over at the top very, very quickly. Still 12 seconds before the Mega comes back, but DaHanG looking to lay a trap. And DaHang's trapped k1llsen so far in this round. Looking to see if he can do it again, but k1llsen doesn't quite commit to the LG room like DaHanG was hoping. That means he's got to give up the Mega and start hitting back over towards heavy, but k1llsen still has a few more door prizes before DaHanG can do that.
Yeah, that rocket was fantastic to cut off the jump pad up, and DaHanG fortunate not to eat a full 100 on that. Use the double jump to cancel it. Makes his way over to rail. Heavy is up for him. Huge split on the items now. DaHanG has plenty of time to try and get back to this. k1llsen trying to use some defensive rockets to keep him out. A little bit of tri-bolt as well. DaHanG again, so much time to attack this Mega, forcing k1llsen out towards that lower LG area.
Unfortunately for him, he's got, well, just about 50 seconds to make a frag back. But yeah, delaying the Heavy made the routing for k1llsen a little bit more ambiguous. So now DaHanG can go on the chase, but can he actually hunt him down when k1llsen knows he's being hunted?
30 seconds for DaHanG, has to catch him out. That rail is going to be brilliant to start off with, and now he's just stuck in the lower pillar area. k1llsen, no dire orb. The rocket's fantastic, but the LG's good from k1llsen as well. One more rocket, and the rocket from k1llsen will delete DaHanG, as his hand was forced 2-1.
Yeah, he knew that one rocket either way could decide things, but as soon as k1llsen hit that jump pad, it's a sketchy angle. And you can see k1llsen just aiming down, catching DaHanG flat-footed on the ground, taking the round away.
And I think he's pretty satisfied with that.
Saying one more there, as we actually literally are in the last potential round for this matchup. k1llsen going to be able to take away, again, another early rail. That was what Zoot was saying earlier about, hey, sometimes he just spawns like right on the rail with one already in his hands with a bow on it. DaHanG getting his own pickup, but has to spend a little bit more to get there.
An early rail here, fades away. Trying to grab these shards and has vision up again.
Going to be tracking him and punishing him with the rail, but it's going to be traded in kind as k1llsen is just a little bit better stacked off. Indeed, it's going to be nasty stuff if DaHanG eats into the rail. That heavy armor will not be saving him. Oh, every single rail could be the end of DaHanG here.
And DaHanG, again, getting so lucky as k1llsen missing these rails to end it. And that could have been the end of old Visor here, but getting very lucky. DaHanG needs to be careful not to push forward on this. Little bit of rocket damage. And wow, that rocket from k1llsen, fantastic. DaHanG missing with a rail of his own.
This is all so risky from DaHanG. I mean, he's making the hits happen, but he's so weak. Even approaching these choke points is dangerous with the rocket splash, but he's still here, still alive. k1llsen's going to know how low he is, but still looking to leave back out and go get that heavy armor. DaHanG is going to be left floundering to take away these 25s.
That exchange was absolutely incredible. DaHanG playing with fire there, as any amount of splash could have killed him, but he actually bullies k1llsen off and grabs the Mega. They will trade the items, and things have turned around for DaHanG.
I mean, he was actually still rather close to getting that frag, but risky stuff the whole way through. DaHanG not quite getting any of these rocket connections. Looking for k1llsen down below, eating a little bit from below himself, as he's going to be looking for a neutral play on the bridge. Time to breathe, time to relax just for a moment. Okay, the moment's over. We got heavy armor coming back up, as it's going to be potentially another trade here. It's going to be really up to k1llsen to see, yep, if he wants to cross the map and put some damage on DaHanG before taking that Mega. And the damage is good from k1llsen here. DaHanG still baiting out another rail. And with that rocket spam, it's going to be kind of loud and obvious.
Yeah, DaHanG, you know, a lot of these rails, k1llsen getting a lot of mileage out of that railgun. DaHanG needs to re-up on the rockets here, as trying to stack back up again with the rail. k1llsen doing a great job of just keeping DaHanG down with these rails, and literally down on the ground, as k1llsen will drop with the LG and melt DaHanG in the pillar room.
Shooting fish in a barrel there with a lightning gun.
Just zapping fish in a barrel.
Sounds like a fun weekend. All right, but we got k1llsen here overlooking the heavy. DaHanG just wants to creep in and get the pick and go. I just spawned. Can I just have the one item? Well, indeed, he's only got Nails and LG to back him up here. It's going to be LG, or rather Mega, taken by k1llsen, crossing right back over towards the rail, looking to put immediate pressure on DaHanG. Again, last round, and DaHanG is down a frag.
Yeah, trying to get rockets at DaHanG with not much to work with. Only has Nail and LG. k1llsen has full inventory here. He wants to close this out.
And this is a very different game than the kind that we saw over the past 2 days, where they're both actually doing very good reads and very good fake outs, but you know, sometimes those fake outs turn into randomly running into each other. Here, it's actually been miscommunication after miscommunication with just damage throughout.
A little bit of nail damage coming out as k1llsen missing some of those rails, but hits something like that as he jumps across. And DaHanG's going to push in because he wants rockets, but eats another rail. k1llsen, is he going to rocket jump up? No, he will go lower and take the jump pad up instead. Here's DaHanG, and hits another great rail here, and another follow-up rail. DaHanG trying to pepper with machine gun will finally bully k1llsen off. But k1llsen says, that's fine, I have the heavy, let me stack back up. And DaHanG, for the moment, will grab the Mega and survive a little bit longer.
Yeah, if you're DaHanG, you have to start thinking, if he can see me, he's going to rail me. Yeah. And right now, he doesn't know that k1llsen can see him. He's going to be raining down the rockets from above. The lip damage on the rockets are going to be pretty good to defend, But is it enough to come up the jump
What
pad?
a
No,
rail.
it's not. The fadeaway rail from k1llsen is now putting DaHanG on his last champion.
And we are seeing k1llsen right now, 54%, make that 55, and he is hitting everything he needs, and he is getting closer and closer, one frag away from taking this series and knocking out the North American player.
It hurts when you say that.
I just had to be specific to be fair.
I don't hate you for it, but it's going to be a fight here in the books. It's going to be k1llsen turning over a new page as it's going to be a play through the teleporter.
30 seconds here, and DaHanG has to push. He doesn't have much of a choice. The rail comes out. He's very low here, and this could be it. k1llsen just trying to stay alive. 20 seconds left.
Oh.
And the fadeaway rocket. DaHanG had no choice but to eat it all. 3-1.
I saw it
k1llsen will
coming.
take the series. Look at how happy he is. And DaHanG will make his exit from the tournament.
Fantastic
well done to
spam. And a pretty good handshake. 9 out of 10.
That was a solid handshake.
Yeah.
k1llsen is fired up right now.
Take this off.
He's like, take this off me. What did I spike to? 250? 265?
And that rocket, you just could feel it coming. Like you just do the math and you go, oh, DaHanG's going to hit that.
Yeah,
For,
look at that rail.
Eat that for 100 damage. Yikes. And yeah, 55%. I know Jason Kaplan's out there somewhere, and he just cannot deny the facts. There it is in black and white. k1llsen is real.
k1llsen is real.
I believe.
Unreal, but yeah, it's undeniable. Jason, sort it out.
On alert, but that's going to be DaHanG out of the cup, out of the tournament.
I can admit when I'm wrong, you know? I can admit when I'm wrong. I thought DaHanG was going to pull it off, but k1llsen just proper rail monster on Blood Covenant takes the second map. And it was a very close first map. It was a bit of a slugfest, but he also got out on that, so well done to k1llsen.
I honestly thought that it was going to be sort of a repeat of last year. I just feel like DaHanG mentally has got an edge over k1llsen, but he looked so determined throughout that entire series. He looked absolutely amazing. We're going to get some replays now during that series.
Again, the biggest thing to me was that when k1llsen took a nasty round on Corrupt to Keep with that totem, that we all thought that had been removed.
I thought he was done for that. That is a stinger.
Right.
You wake up in the morning and you feel
it. It was exactly the opposite of that. He just went crazy.
After that, it was game on.
Berserk, yeah. And he was able to carry that momentum through every map, even when DaHanG really tried to slow it down in Blood Covenant.
I don't really want to be the one to ask him about him because I think he might do what Cooler did to me.
Yeah.
So
shut you down.
k1llsen's a little bit nicer.
I could
actually
take that bullet.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll be able to catch up with him relatively soon once I get the shout. But we've got semi-finals matches that are now like ready for us. We're going to have Claws versus Rafa. I know a lot of people have anticipated that game, and obviously that means k1llsen goes versus Cooler. Have you got preference of either of them?
I
Is
think
it possible?
I think Rafa's playing really strong, so I'm gonna have to go with Rafa on that in terms of k1llsen versus Cooler. I don't know, both of them dominating. I don't really know what to expect.
Yeah, Rafa looked great in his entire matchup, but again, k1llsen, he not only got better throughout the tournament, he got better throughout these matches.
Yeah, k1llsen just seems to be getting better and better. And again, if he's hitting rails like that, I don't know. It's hard to contest.
Yeah, and I thought his rocket play on this map, that's where Jason wouldn't shut up. But, you know, rightfully so, because it was unbelievable. I think relatively soon we get over to that totem play. But the thing is, he left the totem up for a while, and he chased beside it. All of us in the player area,
was there.
we
It
were,
was hanging
like,
out.
We couldn't believe that he didn't destroy it on his way towards the hourglass area. I mean, it was really made me flinch.
Yeah. Actually, I was confused because I thought he had gotten rid of it. I think he thought so, too.
He had run out of ammunition, so he clicked on it. I think he was jumping through the air, and there's the dunk there from DaHanG side. I think he got the roof out, too.
Yeah, great laugh there from DaHanG, too. Yeah, so you leave the totem up, and it's in the room so long that you just accept it as a natural part of the landscape.
It's just, it's furniture.
Just lurking there.
I still can't get over how DaHanG just waits around the telefrag area, like out of the portal. It just plays with fire sometimes when he does that, and I was like, what are you doing? That's terrifying.
Yeah. And yeah, we've seen telefrags at that point today. It's it has happened.
At that moment there, I thought